check, radio check. Work is in the AO. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the stream. Glad you can join us today for another round of, well, art stream, really. Been only a week since we last touched base with this particular piece. I feel like it's been forever since we've been doing nothing but grinding for coins and trying to get some achievements, which is honestly pretty funny on its own. Good idea. Anyway, a bit of an update on this one. Last week, I actually managed to finish the line art for this thing. It's been, what, 6-7 months overdue? I've been putting off work for this one for months, and I feel really bad about it. At the very least, we got the line art done. Now we just need to get the colors going so we can get this uploaded soon. I'm very confident I will get that done properly. Goody. Anyway, I did get started a bit just before I hit live. I was running long on the face. We're going to apply the old pattern where it's just anything that has the same, or it's on technically the same layer, will be covered in all respects instead of just being on the same spot. Just so we don't, how shall we say this? We don't waste too many layers on multiple groups. It's gonna be the fun part. I'm gonna try to get most of these colors most of these flat colors done in as possible. And unfortunately, because I'm trying to get the colors done, I might not be talking as much, which is standard. I hope you forgive me if I suddenly go quiet for that. So yeah, the objective for today, as much as I'd like, though I'm sure it won't actually be reached, so at least get one full body color, so that next time we come back to this, which is probably tomorrow, since I might look at finishing the rest of the stream week on just drawings, we will be able to start details before the end of the week, at least. We're going into it right now, a little too early and pretty much not without a lot of prep. To be honest, it's just flat color day. Let's see how that goes. Speaking of the previous stuff, I still have no update on whether or not Bell Realms will apply another set of updates for its achievements. I don't think I've seen any achievement guides yet. Could be wrong though, I should check the discussions again. I was checking last time before I went to sleep. And I don't see anything. Yeah, no. Okay, there's some notes about the achievements being broken still, so that's good news. I don't think I've seen any updates on that. Only a couple of posts from last night after I went to sleep. Okay, yeah. There are still some weird bugs with the achievements, and apparently some of them are getting out of clan achievements. Like, Lotus achievements while playing as Serpent Clan, so that's kind of concerning. And also, I did check that some of the achievements actually have some typos, so I believe there might be some some relation to that as well. Shame. That's understandable. They are a smaller team compared to when the game first came out 2 decades ago. Or almost 3 decades ago at this rate. Just had to let them work on their magic. Yo, Gabba Gabba. I'm honestly more concerned about how I'm gonna color up the life support pack. I mean, we can use the usual grays and blacks, but it feels kind of off if it's just the dull colors, especially when you're looking at the cockpit, the normal suit color already. Maybe uniformity is the best path to pick. What the heck was that noise? I heard a big spark outside. This is a funny note to see. Looks like there's still some discussion among the fans that they want an actual Battle Realms 2. Which is a good thing, I think. Like back in the day, probably a decade ago, I think, there was supposed to be a Kickstarter, I believe, that was supposed to fund development for for a campaign for the Lotus clan, which is of course the only clan right now who doesn't have a journey, so to speak. They didn't really get enough details for it, and I don't know if there were any new units and mechanics that were supposed to be added. But if I remember the screenshots correctly, it was basically still using the original Battle Realms engine with some applications from Winterwood Wolf, of course. There were supposed to be some graphics updates, if I remember correctly, and maybe some engine add-ons and some tweaks to make the game a bit more fresh. It was, after all, being teased in around 2012 or probably 2015. And the issue is, well, despite all the the social media hype, I think nothing much came out of that thing. And, well, it just quietly disappeared into the background without much else to talk about. So the fact that there is still some interest being drummed up for a proper sequel might be good. Might actually convince the current dev crew that they could probably get back to making a proper Lair of the Lotus if there is going to be any. But I do wonder if that would be a sequel or a prequel, because I don't think there's any... I don't know if there's any actual narrative value in using the end of either Battle Realms or... Wait, no. I could probably use the original Battle Realms as a jumping off point. But there isn't really much there, considering that, well, Zymoth is dead. And so are most of the other Zen Masters. So, probably the only way they could actually make a proper Lotus campaign is pretty much like Grey Baxter, anyway, it's just a prequel. Unless they introduce a new set of heroes. I mean, well, Zen Master is in the Battle Realm sense, of course. Okay, I guess that's the last of them, since that's supposed to be glass. It's the mouth, which would be white. Hopefully it's the only one that needs to be added on. Come on, every single time. I should probably check if they added an update credit that actually fixes the lasso tool. Well, it could be me that's just having trouble using new lasso. Sometimes, even if I hold either Shift or Alt, it still does not cover everything. Okay, that's the mouth. To the hair. Is it really just one? Yeah, it's one mouth. One open mouth. That's pretty much it. Oops. Got to hold the shift key on that one. There we go. Let's see how that works. Oh, wait. Dang it! Overloaded! Oh, I forgot that part. Every single time. Hang on a second. Just answering something. Nope, didn't miss anything on that one. Let's move on to the next. Yeah. I still hope somebody actually sees all these drawings I'm making and say, "Man, these drawings suck. I can do this better in 3 hours." Nothing much. So apparently there's going to be a new Gundam IP. It's going to show up tomorrow. Or going to be announced tomorrow, at least. Interesting run on that one. Seems they're not releasing the news in Japan time. Instead of releasing it on a Western outlet. Which makes me think they're gonna talk about the movie that they've been planning for like 2 years. That makes me very concerned. Because from what I gathered from the not exactly previews, but more like hints via marketing material, this particular live-action Gundam movie is going to be set in a different timeline again. Or was it another alternate universal century? Which might make me think that it's not exactly set in the 1-year war. Which on one hand sounds like a good thing, because there's a really good chance they can wait, what? They can definitely mess it up. High chance that they will mess up presenting the Universal Century in live action format. On another, there's a lot of good stuff that they can adopt for a 1-year war setup. Then again, I think that I saw some promotional material about filming that they're apparently doing in Australia. And they kind of hired some Australian Defence Forces vehicles, or at least ADF surplus. And they definitely have Earth Federation Forces markings on them. Which makes for extra comedy because, well, Australia, Universal Century, you know how it goes. I'm pretty sure they weren't filming in Sydney. Not like they can actually do that in real life, or in Universal Century terms, because, well, Sydney's a gaping big hole in 0079. I think they were filming in Melbourne? Was it Melbourne or Adelaide? I don't remember. Somewhere around that general area. That second setup in here is not colored. Much easier because it's just one angle. I wonder if I can just mirror this one, copy the color, and then move it on the other side, place it over like a Lego piece on a hole. Well, missing puzzle piece, so to speak. I've had another set of fitful sleep runs. Can't imagine how annoying it is to wake up with a stiff shoulder, really. Mostly because your body has been was unconsciously trying to get some extra air out of your fan, because it is once again hot in the night, so to speak. But, well, it's probably gonna get hotter now since it's approaching August, and you know how that works. Mhm. Cripes me. Oh, whoops, that's a cross up. Hmm. Okay, that doesn't seem right. Oh, over there. Let's see if we can copy this and then apply it to the other one, like a puzzle piece. Oh, I did change some things. Copying it would be a bad idea. Since I did adjust the hair on the right, which is why it feels kind of off. Mm-hmm. That's a little too much. Oh, that's gonna be the last one, and then we can move on to the normal suit itself. Are you bleeding kidding me? Mm-hmm. Why does it always do that? Hang on, just checking something real quick. Another thing that needs to reply to. Okay, the hair is done, which means we can definitely move up to the upper segments. Normal suit upper. Nope, not the neck. Hang on. There's a neck ring, but that's what I'm looking for. Valsalva. Valsalva? Is that what they call it? A Valsalva device? Who is Valsalva? Italian anatomist and physician. Who's the ear? Let's just call it foam. Could be wrong about what I'm looking at. That one easy, because we already have something here. And apparently I kind of forgot to, wait, is that no, I think I... Yep. What color is this? You can tell this is an old one. Yeah, an old piece, because I don't have any blur on these shadows. It has been only recently since I started using the blur brush more judiciously, so to speak. this one is probably gonna... Yeah, I'm gonna need some... Wait, no, I don't need that. Because the cushion is covered. Okay, now this I could try to copy. Since I don't think I changed these. Everybody's on that Pal World grind recently. Understandable, since from what I've seen, the 1.0 has done significant changes to the game style. And also added a lot of new materials, map locations, and pals. Okay, neck body. Wait, what do you mean group 2? Did I miss something? Oh, I didn't. Okay, never mind. It scared the hell out of me. This... Wait, hang on. We can just put them all on there. No need to separate them by neck. Just remove this grouping. Oh, whoops. What is this? Oh. Going to layer below. Move this empty group. Then go with the body. There was this one funny Pal World clip I saw, like, yesterday, I think. One of the newer rideable pals was fighting with their tamer against what appears to be a legendary. Can you even call it a legendary? It is a different IP. Well, anyway, so it was this high-level, unique pal that they were fighting against. It's a water type, and then it launched the high-level, unique type launched a big tsunami against the player and their mount, which happens to be a really big pigeon-like thing and very, very round. And the caption is more like, "Fly, you fool! Fly for both of our lives." And the absurd appearance of a really fluffy and very round giant pigeon trying to fly for its life while being chased by an oversized tsunami is quite the imagery. I hope I see more of those funny cutscenes, or, you know, funny game scenes. In the next few weeks, because they're still planning to make more updates prior to releasing, like, 2.0s, I think. Although I do hear that they still have the exploit where you just capture roving merchants. so they can be technically pals that you can keep in your base. I remember when that first came out, and most of my friends who play Paddle World will try to get as many merchants as possible, even the black market traders, just so they have an easily accessible item provider, and sometimes even for somebody who's easily accessible while providing high-end gear and material. This comes up for comedy once you realize that in an actual multiplayer server, that's just counting as... that would count as griefing, mostly. To keeping most of the materials to yourself. I actually don't have anything for the gloves yet. That's a problem. By the way, if you're dropping in, thanks for just tuning in a bit. Look at work, I'm just a PNG streamer who just loves old mecha stuff. And some old games and anime. If you're feeling frustrated because I'm using the lasso tool wrong, I feel for you. I know it is a bad thing to see on stream. It's something I grew up with. And I feel more at peace doing this for coloring. So if you're just tuning in by accident and you're seeing me doing this for coloring and it's giving you a headache, I suggest you switch over to a more reliable channel. There's a lot of them out there that are doing art streams right now. I'm pretty sure they're doing it much more efficiently. A lot less frustration-inducing seeing somebody using a lasso tool for colors. I do hope you stay around for a bit. At the very least, help my algorithm get a bit of a boost. That would be appreciated. Oh, did I miss that? No, I did. I just had the wrong brush area. There we go. Looks weird with just a base gray. hang on a second. We're playing something again. Hang on. You keep showing up. You're saying that not me, dog. Okay, that's most of the torso done. Just need to go into the arms and we can move on to the next one. Wait, I don't know how, but how about the hands? That's gonna be a problem. I guess I should also put gray on this. Maybe not. Maybe not. I can say goodbye. Strong. Oh, cripes. Is it everything on the first one? Yep. Let's go to the next one then. Sorry about that. Did I hit my mic? I did. Okay. wait. Wrong spot. Oh, so there's a mistake. There we go. I must miss that. Dito ang luli. Hang on. Oh, that's a gap. Oh, I kind of forgot that tub. Dang it. That gap has been corrected. Let's move on to the next one. Is the left forearm. Okay, that's number 2 done. Number 3 is going to be a bit easier since it's just these segments and no arms to worry about. It is quite depressing to see only the gray segments, but it's part of it. That should work. Next segment up. It's gonna have to darken this entire area to indicate that it is not exactly part of the building. Whoops. Almost hit the other drone. Alright, that works. Really blow, and it's clean. Now we go into the big stuff here on the front and back view. Wait, that's part of the foam! Wait, no, it's not. Okay, maybe not. Let's just leave it at that. It's just a tiny slate. Why can't you get it right? I hit the mic again, sorry about that. Let me just that stiff arm a bit. You've been hit by truck. Oh. Now, I wonder if I can actually just mirror it as well. I did mirror this one, although we changed the presence setup here so that the life support pack and the helmet are seen from behind. Would definitely be helpful if I can just copy it and flip it. Or actually, not flip it, since I didn't really change much on the back there. So we might need to do some extra tweaks there, in and there. Here and there. I think. Alright. Let's carry on then. Thank goodness we were using the mirror for this one. Hang on. Wait. Hang on. Does mirror mode... No, I don't think mirror mode... Mirror mode doesn't work if you're using a lasso. But, if you try to make a color setup like this... can apply mirror colors at least. Since we can't use that with the lasso tool because the lasso tool it isolates the area that needs to be colored, so you can't really use it for mirroring. Why does it keep doing that? Can you just apply it on its own? It's going to delete some of these. Or you can just leave them be. Wait, hang on. No, I can't. Ooh, these areas, I forget which needs overlapping. We can probably just leave it be, I think. Wait. Oh, I missed it. That should do it. Dang it! Why did I miss that? Oh well. Okay, that works. Let's just leave these be. They'll be overlapped by the life support pack, I suppose. And metal gray. I guess it counts as gunmetal gray somehow. That's every it. Yep, that's every part fixed up. Thankfully, since there's only 4 segments for helmets, we can focus on those later. I'm actually doing some pretty decent progress with the coloring, despite the fact that it's very, very slow and very tedious. Okay, that should do it. Just a bit more, and boom. The left pad is now complete. Moving on to the next one. Okay, now we're seeing some variation, though it still looks very grayish. Down to the ground. Oh, it's invert selection. I see. crop selection. I'm not too trusting of fill options when it's lassoed like this because there's usually going to be an outer layer of unfilled lines. Let's see how it works with this one. At least this one works. I think it won't work if there was no outline there. Just lock down the line art. Okay, surprisingly clean. I'll take that. Alright, I should use the fill tool in the selection so that it'll be a bit easier. Oh, best bet. I forgot about the belt. Dang it. Oh. Maybe that's part of the upper segment. Just in case. No specific on that one either. Dude! It's just gray. Very gray, in fact. Oh, it's kind of clear. You forgot to use the fill tool again. Make it easier on yourself, buddy. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Use every fill tool. Seems easier. Should I also make the gloves gunmetal gray? I guess I should. Well, those joints will have to be a different color just to make them stand out a bit more. Yep. Okay. Okay, the gunmetal gray actually works, now that I think about it. Oh, baby, a triple. Yeah, okay, that looks nice. Now we put... Don't forget the patch! You took all the effort to fix that patch, and now you're just going to forget the colors. Not good. Oops. Oh, I forgot to clean that up. Trim some of those extra lines, and now I'm paying the price. Okay, that should do it. Yes. Oh. Oh, I'm stupid. I forgot there's still these 5, or yeah, 5, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's 5. I still forgot about those 5 segments. Let's go for that later. Back to the gunmetal. I feel like I really shouldn't be used to the fill tool on this lasso or rather the lasso tool's fill option, because I feel like they're gonna remove it in an update or two. Muscle memory, so to speak. Oh, I totally forgot that part. Always forgetting the key options. Why do you do this to yourself, man? Somebody once told me the world is gonna what? Am I seeing that now here? Just a bit. Don't forget, you're connecting this to the gloves. What? for the left hand. Oh, did I let the connection? Oh, what? Oh well. Try not to cover it this time. There you go. Well, oh. Left arm complete. Move on to the right. Oh, bleeding, how is that screech? Well, this one's easier because the right hand is covered. The only thing here that needs adjustment is the shoulder pads. Or the shoulder pads, rather. Wait. The zipper, too. I totally forgot. If we're here, I just need to probably... mirror mode? Can we try with mirror mode? Nah, I think I'll go with... I'll just cover it up with the usual lasso tool, and then we'll copy the whole thing over to this side. Easy. For some reason, I smell... Are those frankfurters? Who's cooking frankfurters at this hour? Not that I'm complaining, though. I love the smell. Especially with the very... smoky type, because you know they're grilling it instead of just... boiling it. No, steaming it. That's the term I was looking for, not boiling it. Yeah, I really can't get away from my not lasso tool, the freehand path. I am ballin'. I have lost the roll. Oh, right. I was just gonna copy this. Why put all that effort? We can just move this, mirror it, and slot it in like a puzzle piece. I have lost the road. Right, that fits in perfectly. We merge the layer below, and we can move on to the next one. I have lost the roll. Next step. Maybe next time I'll try to experiment using the mirror tool on these front-back images so that I don't have to spend extra time just lassoing the segments I need colors with. But that might be for something that doesn't have a lot of gaps. Hang on. Yeah, I think they burned their factory. I'm smelling some smoke now. just a bit more, and then we can move on to the next one. Hmm. Okay, that's it. Let's see if we can get that. It's a mirror. It's basically the same spot. I just need to align it properly this time. What? Give it the work. Perfect. Lay below and but the bing, but the boom. That's it. I have to go. I go for the reds. There we go. Nice. Actually, it looks nice. Might be time for me to replace what's on the end tweet. I've had that one since the pandemic, I think. I should probably replace it now. I'll keep it on a bookmark at the very least so that I don't forget it. I haven't done anything with that since the end of the Windows 10 support. And the regular Windows 10 support, really. The hardware is also getting long in the tooth, and it's becoming extremely impossible to play Arma 3 stable enough to make stuff like that. Which saddens me even more. They keep saying that, Arma 4 is coming in 2027, but considering how most people have already had their own experiences with Arma 3's original release, there's a good chance that that 2027 release will be very unstable, and then a decent amount of time will have to pass before the game itself becomes fairly playable. Shut that. I might have to call it in a couple of minutes, actually. I wasn't paying attention at the time. So let's try and get some of these reds in before I have to do that. Alright. Now for the arms. Oops. Hit the wire again. Okay, now we're starting to get some color variation there. Hmm. Oh. Oh, so that was half Japanese. I see. Ah, sorry about that. I was just distracted by something else. Let's continue on. It looked like a little bit. I'm starting to see some really good building out of this. Waffle carbonara. That's a thing? Japanese style carbonara? Oh. Mentaiko and carbonara. I'm not a Mentaiko fan. That's kind of weird. But I guess that counts as seafood carbonara in this case. Hang on a second. Okay, this one doesn't have impact. Waffle pasta. Waffle carbonara at that. It's not even the American style creamy carbonara, but the original Italian style. With the eggs and all, but with the replacement of some of the ingredients. Mentaiko? Soy sauce? Like Japanese shoyu soy sauce, not the traditional Western soy sauce. Maitake? Hmm. I guess maitake as a replacement for button mushrooms might actually work. I just find it really weird, especially for carbonara. Hmm. Okay, didn't miss anything in the first one. So let's go to the second one, moving with the left hand first. Hang on. Someone's idling outside with their motorcycle. See a lot of variations there now. Sweet. Shoulder pads here. Or shoulder connectors, really. Yeah, the color makes it look way smaller than it should be. I guess it is a perspective thing. Why does it always have to split up like that? Come on, man! Oh, that was the wrong line. Dang it. That shouldn't be blue. Okay, let me just finish this and then we can call it in. Just copy this because this is indeed the outline, the outside line, which I kind of forgot. Fill it up. Is this clear selection? Select it again. See a wider berth just in case I miss things. And onto. below, and bada bing, bada boom. I think that is going to be it for the night, which is I'd like to continue. I do have to get some extra rest time just to get a recharge, so to speak. Nonetheless, though, I think we are doing some pretty good progress with this one. So thank you so much for dropping in. Sorry that was a bit quiet mostly. Mostly because I guess I get the fan caught in the mic from time to time. But we did manage to get some runs done. And fairly deep into it too. Excuse me. Got some reds out there. There's the gunmetal segments. Just a few more adjustments, we'll be able to finish through here, and then we can have this uploaded to the tweets and the pixies and whatnot. And when by some fortune the algorithm actually pushes it, somebody with better pen skills than I do will see this and look at it and say, well, this drawing is terrible. I can make a better output like this in just 3 hours. And then we'll see it show up with much better clarity, I'm sure. That's the hope, at least. For now, though, well, hopefully you'll be here tomorrow still as we continue on with the coloring and maybe get some get some rendering done if we're lucky. I'm not too sure that's gonna work. Anyway. For the time being, if you got any complaints or valid reactions about the stream tonight, I would really appreciate it if you can drop me a line on my Twitter or my Pixiv. If you got a hankering for older streams that have expired on Twitch, or you just want to check out the Simulstream archive, the Simulstream channel that we're currently using as a main site, you can always check it out linked in the About tab of my profile page, and also searchable on YouTube under the same channel name. That's Lurkawork, work with a U instead of an O. If you're currently checking the pod, thanks for tuning in. Sorry, that was a bit of a mess. Not really a lot to show out here. I did play too much with the colors. And, well, maybe once we start rendering it, it'll look bad. I hope that doesn't discourage you from checking the next VODs afterwards. If the terrible art isn't to your liking, there might be something else on the VOD list that might be much more interesting to you, so I hope you browse around. There's definitely something that could hopefully please everybody that drops in from time to time. And check the channels out. Speaking of the channels, if you got a friend who might be interested in the stuff I stream, or who just wants to complain about PNG streamers in general, I would really appreciate it if you could share my channels with them, twitch.tv/lurkawork and lurkawork on YouTube. And once again, that's work with a U instead of an O. Well, that's all from me for now. Lurk at Work is now, unfortunately, RTB. Not much to say here, but hopefully you'll still drop by tomorrow once we continue this. If you are on Twitch, though, and you're still in the mood for something more interesting, I can send you over to Audiotepi. He's currently looking at some rather interesting food horror stories, so that might be much more up your alley. But if you're not and you're heading out for the night, I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Now for those who are heading out, and stand by for those who are about to be sent over.